I can see it. Streaming the truth live from where they create. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness stands tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey everybody, hello, hi. I just came back to give you guys this news. I know some of you probably have heard already, but I was at court the other day, and I got a text message from one of my colleague in the news people, and they sent me this picture of Sergeant Brown. And I was like, what? Sergeant Brown? I know he was let go back in November because of this incident, but I did not know that he was going to get federal charges on him regarding this. I found out back in November that he had been fired from Fulton County's Sheriff Department. But it says, we've just received a photo of former Fulton County Sergeant Lewis Brown. Brown is facing federal charges after being accused of attacking a cuffed detainee and ordering other deputies to turn off their body cams during the attack. And it says, see below. And then I have the court documents. Hold on a second. This thing is still acting up, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this thing. So I went into the DOJ to bring up what it says here. All right, it says here, former Fulton County Sheriff Office Sergeant charged with excessive use of force. Atlanta, Lewis Brown III, a former sergeant at the Fulton County Sheriff Office, has been arraigned on federal charges of using excessive force against a pre-trial detainee at the Fulton County Courthouse. Brown allegedly betrayed his badge by punching a cuffed detainee without justification and by directing his subordinate to turn off their body-worn cameras to try to get away with his crime, said U.S. Attorney Theodore S. Hertzberg. To maintain the public's faith in our justice system, sworn officers who abuse their position of trust must be held accountable. The overwhelming majority of the law enforcement officers serve their communities with integrity and professionalism every day, said Marlo Graham, special agent in charge of FBI Atlanta. When an officer allegedly violates the constitutional rights of a person in their custody, it undermines public trust and the oath they swore to uphold. The FBI remains committed to working to ensure everyone who abuses a position of authority is held accountable under the law. According to USA Attorney Hertzberg, the indictment information provided in court and other publicly available information, the use of force policy implemented by Fulton County Sheriff Office, FCSO, directs officers to use force that is objectively reasonable. To determine whether force is objectively reasonable, officers are required to consider the immediate threat posed by the subject and whether the subject is actively resistant. Consistent with the U.S. Constitution, the FCSO policy forbids force when an individual is compliant and not resisting arrest. On July 4th, 2025, while employed at the Fulton County Courthouse as sergeant with the FCSO, Brown allegedly punched and slapped a handcuffed detainee repeatedly without legal justification. Immediately before the alleged attack, Brown commanded his deputies to deactivate their body-worn cameras. One deputy's camera nevertheless captured the attack, and the video captured by the camera allegedly showed the detainee was compliant and non-threatening to Brown allegedly assaulted. As Brown allegedly assaulted him. On May 15, 2026, Louis Brown III, 41 of Smyrna, Georgia, was arraigned before the U.S. Magistrate Judge Catherine M. Silence. Brown was indicted by a federal grand jury on Monday, the 12th, 2026, of depriving a person of civil rights under color of law. Members of the public are reminded that the indictment is only contain charges. The defendant is presumed innocent and it will be the government's burden to prove the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt at trial. This case is being investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. Assistant USA Attorney Brent Allen Gray and Dwayne A. Brown Jr. are prosecuting the case. For further information, please contact the USA Attorney's Public Affairs Office. And then they gave that number. So, guys, you guys know this is the same officer that gave me no mercy when that individual, you see, I got ready. It brought back some anger. I got some anger issues with this. But it brought back some memories, y'all. On February 14th, 2024, when I was at the courthouse, that lion demon came up to this officer and told the officer there's a warrant out for my arrest. And the other officer said he didn't have to arrest you, Miss Sylvia, because you wasn't committing a crime. All he had to do is tell you to go down to the court and get this straightened out. But he was trying to be all of that. He was trying to be Mr. Captain Sable. Ho. He was trying to be all that. And I begged him. I pleaded. I cried. He showed me no mercy, y'all. He arrested me. I ended up spending 8 days in jail. That's the same officer, y'all. Same officer right here. This officer right here. This officer right here, yes, y'all, this officer right here did that to me. He showed me no mercy. No mercy whatsoever. But I'm not going to act like that. I'm going to pray that God gives him some mercy, some grace. You know this one? But you notice, Charlotte, every single body that dogged me out, that came after me, do you notice there's something happening to all of them? And I'm not saying this because of me. I'm not saying that. But you know what the Bible always say? Let the Lord fight your battles. You ain't got to fight your battles. You ain't got to fight your battle. Let God just pray for your enemies. Let God fight your battle. You notice that, Charlotte? Charlotte, you notice that? Charlotte, you notice that? Somebody send me a thing. Somebody, I'm telling you, y'all, I begged him. And I was not committing a crime. I cried. I boo-hooed. I passed out. I felt I was hyperventilating and all this kind of stuff. I begged him that this is a mistake. Dude, why are you arresting me? I begged him, y'all. I begged him. When I tell you I begged him, I pleaded, I cried. He would not budge. Nope, he would not. He would not. He would not budge. And look, it turned out, y'all, the whole thing, I was telling the truth and it was a lie. But they not surprised at excessive force. Yeah. But somebody sent it to me because they remember what he did to me. They sent it to me. Just like, Sylvia, look at this. If y'all ever noticed, I never said anything about him. I never came back and dogging him out or nothing like that. I just let it be, But when the other officers told me that he didn't have to arrest you because you were not committing a crime. Yeah, Tyrant love it when we beg. I beg, no word salad. I beg when I tell it was so ugly. But ooh, child, y'all speaking it. But I'm saying, I'm telling you, yeah, I got PTSD from that whole experience. Remember, I was in jail for 8 days. It's something you will never, ever, ever forget. I was in there for 8 days. I was in Rice Street. 8 days is long for someone that was a lot. Exactly. Thank you. I was in there for 8 days. And, my attorney said to go ahead and sue and all this kind of stuff because you got a lawsuit. But the thing is, y'all, it's over. And I just thank God that it's over, that my experience was not as horrible as it could have been. But it taught me a lot. It taught me about the justice system. It taught me about just, how people could just say anything, do anything, and you will be in there asking for mercy, and nobody believes you. Everybody's thinking you're a liar. You get what I'm saying? Only the people that was really, really, really like knew that I was not stalking anybody. No matter how much they try to put that whole what do you call it? The air tag. Having an air tag in somebody's car is not illegal. What's illegal is stalking the person. They said I was stalking him. That's what they said. I was stalking him. And you guys know that's a lie. Y'all know it for a fact I was not stalking that dude. And that dude still talks about me. You get what I'm saying? They still have YouTubes and they try to bring stuff against me. Charlotte said, you reap what you sow. Look at him now. We don't wish evil on nobody, but God will always fight our battle. Just got to be patient. So yeah, you know what, y'all? That's why I stay in my lane. I just I mind my business. And I just, you guys just don't understand how much I'm still dealing with half of the stuff that I've gone through. You know what I'm saying? And And I'm not, trust me, I'm not happy that this happened to him, but the lack of mercy, the lack of grace, the lack of understanding that these people gave to me, and I'm not rejoicing on anybody's thing at all. None am I rejoicing at. But I see God working everything out. I see him working at everything. I mean, every individual who did me so dirty, y'all. Y'all don't even understand how much I'm going through. I still am dealing with this stuff. Still dealing with it. It's emotional roller coaster, you know? And I didn't even know this happened to him. They sent it to me to let me know, because they know what I went through. They know, this person that sent it to me, he understood the stuff that I went through. He was 8 days, y'all. 8 days, 8 days. 8 days I can never forget. 8 days. On my birthday, in jail. I will never forget it, for something that I did not do, something that I was accused of. And nobody can ever take that back. Nobody can ever. And suing, what is that going to prove? Suing that dude. I sued him and won money and still got in jail. He still owes me money right now, y'all. He still owes me money. And he still talks about me. So, y'all, I'm still dealing with it. I'm still dealing with it. I still deal with it. I still deal with it. I still deal with them scandalizing my name. I still deal with it. Will I ever be the same Sylvia? No, I probably won't ever. He showed me no mercy, y'all. He showed me no mercy whatsoever when I begged him. They took me up behind the courtroom in a cell. I sat in that cell for hours. And my car was stuck in the parking lot. My daughter had to try to come and find me. My daughter's upset. She don't know what to do. She can't eat. I mean, I still deal with this stuff, y'all. People don't understand when you go through something like this. It's very traumatizing, especially when you don't deserve it. That's why I have lack of trust for anybody. I don't trust the people on the internet. I stay to myself now. And people that you thought was with you, they were not with you. Folks believe the lie. No matter how much you try to tell them something different, they believe the lie on you. They took joy and pleasure. They took joy and pleasure of what I went through. 8 days. 8 days. I just pray that my healing eventually come. I know how it feels to be locked up with something you didn't do. 10 days was enough. You had 10 days? Yeah. And I watched every single body that did that did me wrong. I watched them. I watched them, and I could be jumping for joy, laughing and celebrating, but I'm not gonna celebrate. But I pray that somebody show him mercy, because he showed me none. He showed me no mercy that day. No mercy, because had he not arrested me, y'all wouldn't have spent 10 to 8 days in jail. Sally said, don't tell people not to cry. Crying is normal. However, it is possible, if possible, do not cry in front of cops. Well, I did. I broke down. I felt weak. I begged. They had me in handcuffs. Me and my sister's name was similar. We were twins. I went to something she did. Wow. But anyway, y'all, I didn't mean to come on here. I didn't say don't cry. I didn't say don't cry. I said you don't have to cry because God's got you. No, I was reading what No Word Salad was saying. Miss Torres. Okay. But I pray that he love you too, Gloria. Yeah, I remember. I remember when he came up to the back and he said, Miss Sylvia, can you come here for a minute? And then he took the handcuff out and he says, you're under arrest. I asked him why. He wouldn't tell me why, because he didn't know either. He didn't know. He didn't know why, but he arrested me. He didn't know why. And I begged him. And then the other officer says he didn't have to arrest you because you were not committing a crime. Just like, remember in the case we was watching yesterday? Remember? There was a warrant out for that guy, right? And they couldn't stop him just for no reason. They had to find a reason for them to stop him, for him to be arrested. And the reason was because he made an illegal U-turn. Remember that? So he committed a crime. That's why they stopped him. That's why they had to enforce the warrant. Okay. Officer Brown, no, I was not committing a crime in the courtroom. I was standing in the courtroom and I went into the media room, and I was sitting inside the media room, and I was talking to somebody. He came there, and that's when he arrested me. I was not committing any crime at all, y'all. None for him to even, and that's why in Fulton County they have no record of my arrest. The arrest that they have record of is when I went over to Clayton County, and that was on the 20th of my birthday, right? But I was arrested. I was in jail from the 14th of February. I was in jail, but nobody can justify that at all because I was not committing any crime. No, he was not following any orders. There was no orders because they can't even. That's why there's no record in Fulton County of me being arrested, because there was no crime being done by me in Fulton County. You cannot arrest somebody. You cannot enforce a warrant unless there is a crime being committed for you to even get a point to stopping somebody. That is the law. That arrest become invalid because you have to be committing a crime for them to even get you. That is not following no order. They're supposed to tell you, go and get that thing straightened out with the thing. You cannot arrest somebody who had. Does it say no U-turn? Because when it's illegal. No, I don't know I don't know what that case, what he said, but according to him, I don't think he put his blinkers on. I don't think he put his blinkers on when he was making that turn or something like that. It was something minor, but he did violate the law. I'm talking about in the case we were watching. But in my case, I was standing in the courtroom. The dude stood next to me and he told them there's a warrant for my arrest. That's what happened. The dude saw me on live showing that I was on my way to the courtroom. He followed me to the courtroom. There was no order of no contact or nothing like that. I was activated. He went to Clayton County and lied and said that I was in Clayton County and I was stalking him, which was a lie. He was following me. Remember when I went to New York, he was there. He was following me everywhere I went. That's why the case was thrown out, because there was no legal basis, and he's still on the internet talking crap about me. But in due time, one thing the Bible says, hold your peace, let the Lord fight your battle. Hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battle. I'm not a perfect person by all means, but I don't bother people. I don't mess with nobody. I mind my business. I stay in my lane. No. I'm not, no. I know you're joking, but no. It's not a joke. Not a joke with that person. Hey, Kim. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm about to get my butt off of here so I can go to work. So I can go deliver some pizza. Go deliver some pizza. Somebody sent me something the other day. I'm going to read this to you. I'm not going to give their name, but I'm going to read this to you guys. Somebody sent this message to me. They're probably in the bushes, but I'm gonna read this message that they sent. They said, "Hi, Sylvia. Sometime God puts someone on your heart because you've watched their strength and you feel led to offer a word of encouragement. That is why I'm reaching out. I started following you around the time the Nesto situation happened. I stepped away for a while because there was so much negativity surrounding your name. But I eventually came back. I just wanted to say, I admire your perseverance. You've been through a lot. and you still kept going. I pray you find peace, strength, and better days ahead, personally, financially, and spiritually. May God continue to bless you and guide you. Yep. Aha! Hey, money, ugly money. Ugly money. I don't mean to be boohooing on here. I don't mean to be boohooing on here. Jane says it happens all the time. Cop pull a car over and they will run everyone's name in the car. If they have warrant, they take them in. Yeah, ugly money. You see, Deputy Sergeant Brown. He's been federally indicted. He's been federally indicted. You know, messages like this one time, just once in a while, just picks up your spirit when you're feeling really, 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 really low. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hey.
Miss Sylvia.
My baby, no matter what, she's still my baby.
Of course. So one reason I'm calling, I mean, I think I told you before about the
Yeah, thank you guys for letting them know, those that were coming in, that I was on the phone. Yes, I was on the phone. But I'm about to get off this live because I gotta get ready to get my butt to work. But thank you guys, everybody. But I'll see you guys later. And just continue to pray for me, because it's something that you still, I mean, when something traumatic happens to you in your life, something that changed your livelihood, that's something that's just unforgettable. It's hard sometimes, and sometimes reminders bring those feelings back on, and I don't know. I just hate not having the freedom. You know what I mean? Just being confined, and I just, I remember everything that happened. I remember everything that happened. I remember how he treated me. This man did not give me any kind of leniency, no mercy, no nothing. After, even other deputies were saying that they don't know why he did that. They don't know. They said he was just trying to act like Mr. Tough Guy, because he didn't have to take you in, because you didn't do anything in there. You didn't commit any crime at the courthouse. So by all means, I'm not rejoicing on his downfall. I just pray that someone have some sort of mercy on him, because he did not give me any. He did not. He probably didn't give the person that he hit. The hell warrant officer. All right. I'll see you guys later. Ugly Money, are you still in here? We never got in contact with each other. Yeah. 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 Yeah, you're right. You're right, Miss Torres. Yeah. Yep. He showed me no mercy that day. None. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go get some pizza. Y'all pray that I get good tips today, okay? Pray good tips for me. The warrant officer came to your home. The warrant officer came to your home to find you. What warrant officer? What warrant officer came to my home? What warrant officer? What warrant officer came to my home? No warrant officer came to my home. But what I tell you, who came to my home, let me tell you, we find out that I was being sued. I was being sued by one of my creditor. That was the paperwork that Dallas saw that came to the house, because she ended up opening the door the following week, and I ended up having to go to court. Remember, I came on live and told you guys that I have to pay the creditor. See, people talking trash and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. No, that's not what they're saying. They said oh, you said oh, I thought you said my home come to you. The warrant officers come to your house to find you. No warrant officer came to my house. Are you saying that? Or are you asking me? I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you a question, because you're saying the warrant officer came to my home, came to your home. You said they're talking to each other. No, but no warrant officer came to my home, because I remember that dude. I'm not mentioning no names in here. Oh, conversation in the chat. Okay. I'm That dude did that live that time, and then that's when Dallas was going off. Remember? All right, let me get off, because before I start because you know me, I'm sensitive, I'm emotional. So let me get off this live because I'm going to keep reading things the wrong way and I'm going to take it personal. So let me get off. I'll see you guys later. I got to go to work. Bye.
Thank you for watching the Infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign and joys we'll both gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign and joys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping